Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux proper.
Crux, yeah. Here we are back again, man. Yeah. Ed, the great Ed Dixon in the building, dude. And what you don't know, see, what the people at home listening and watching don't know, a couple things that I'm going to share with you and I'm going to let you in on that you wouldn't know otherwise. One, the audio from yesterday was fucked up. Had Ed over here with Mike Bradshaw back for his second time. Had an awesome conversation, badass podcast. Audio's totally fucked. You leave. I'm like playing back the audio and the audio is just like,
this is the remix.
Dude, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, dude. So thank God you come back here, man. Thanks so much for coming back. I'm so sorry about that. Mike Bradshaw couldn't make it. He'll make an appearance again in the future. But damn, dude, that sucks. That's the first time that's ever happened to me since I started doing this podcast where something's just completely down the drain. Like there's minor technical difficulties, minor setbacks. But dude, that was the first time. And yes, I am wearing the same clothes as yesterday. But to be fair,
Hey, I noticed, but I wasn't going to say nothing about it because I know when I'm at home, it's get wild.
Okay, cool. So yes, I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday. People wouldn't know that unless I said it, but I don't care. So I'm gonna say it because I don't give a fuck. And also, to be fair, I did not wear these clothes all day. I changed back into these clothes, you know, because you have your at-home outfit and then you have your out-in-the-world outfit. This was my Monday at-home outfit today. Yeah. So, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes yesterday. I showered, though. So you shower and re-wear. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then it balances out.
Yeah, it's like a Euro stuff. I got you.
Yeah, dude. But to answer your question, so the sign, you're asking about the sign, the Crux sign. I got it made at Custom Neon, customneon.com or Custom Neon, the app or whatever the fuck.
How much
site.
money?
I think it was like $300. Yeah, so. Wasn't bad.
This man rich, man. I ain't nobody.
It's $300.
He said it like that was light. Like
for this quality of sign, that's not that much money. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay. You know why I said it like that? Go on the site. Okay, I get it. It might sound like, oh, this guy that's $300 ain't shit. $300 is not no money. $300 is a lot of money, depending on what context. It can be a lot of fucking money, right? So like for a neon sign, not a lot of money. For a blowjob, a lot of money.
Hey.
You know, a lot of money, you know.
Hey.
But I still have to do it. No, I'm just kidding. Those days are behind me. But yeah, so dude, when you go on the site though, you'll see how expensive the shit can get. Yeah. So to get it down to $300 is actually pretty good. Like the sign, like if you watch fucking like Joe Rogan's podcast or you watch any podcast that has like a really big ass elaborate neon sign with designs in it and shit. Those signs can run you like fucking, depending on how nice of a sign it is and if it's real neon and shit, those can be like $4,000.
You write it off?
You know what I mean? I probably could. I probably will, you know? But.
Notes. Take notes, please.
You watching IRS? Fucking, yeah, dude. And then the song I recorded in Arizona because, you know, the producer that I do the music project with, that I do We Are the Flesh with, we both used to live in LA pre-COVID. And then during the pandemic, I moved to Texas. He moved to Arizona. Yeah. So when I was out there recording and doing some music with him last year, when I started the podcast, you know, he helped me record that song. I just came up with it, you know, like let me hear you say Crux. Yeah. I was like, dude, I think that'd be so funny.
Hey, that's a hit.
Yeah, dude.
Anytime I hear that, you should play that as a like intro.
Hey, whenever I do the first live podcast, you know what I'm saying? Or if I get big enough to the point, if I get to big enough to the point where I do a big produced show where I'm like the headliner or something and people care enough to come see me, like if that happens, I'll for sure do it. And then if my plan is when I hit episode 100, so you know next year probably, just if you count down week by week, I'll probably do a live.
How many you do a week?
Probably a live. I do one a week. I need to double dip a couple times though, because since I started it in July of last year, and I missed 1 week because I was getting all of when I did the big 2022 upgrade to multicam and stuff, I missed 1 week getting all the cameras together and get everything collected and getting a guest. Yeah. And then, and it was also the holidays right around then when I started. So I took 1 week off to recollect and get all the new gear sorted. And then I took another week. I think I missed one other week for some other bullshit reason. I can't remember if it was a cancellation, because I did a few solo episodes whenever I would have cancellations and stuff. But what the fuck? Are we getting a delay over there?
Maybe just a little bit. But like I fuck with this is a nice little setup. People don't know this is a nice little setup everywhere. Like it's official. We got a TV over here, boy. You got a picture of yourself. I want that.
You got a picture of yourself?
You got a picture of yourself.
Dude, my sister did that. You know what I need to do? I need to put that over here.
Yeah. Crux, yeah.
This fucking headphone thing is going to bother me. Hold on.
I'm going to turn it down. That's usually what I do.
That's not going to change the volume on here, right? Let me watch. Sorry, folks. I got this new. That's another thing why the recording was fucked up last night, because I got this fucking preamp. Oh, it doesn't affect that. Weird.
You're trying to turn down the headphone?
Yeah. I turned down the headphone volumes on the.
Is that playing off your? That might be playing off your laptop.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. You're right.
Hey man, listen. He was real nice. He was like, I apologize for yesterday, bro. I be trying to do the same thing. Nothing goes right the first time. I couldn't pull out my first time. Plan B. I had Plan B.
Yeah, dude. So that's how I got the song. But yeah, next year, probably episode 100, I'll probably do a live podcast. Maybe like the Red Room at Hyenas Fort Worth, or maybe at some other venue somewhere.
That'd be dope. That's when you come out with the merchandise. I'm always pushing for merchandise. I don't know why.
Like, you don't go to Fort Worth a lot, but you know Joey Johnson?
Joey Johnson, the guy, the skinny.
Yeah, he's got like a mustache. Like I would say he's like he's not fat or anything, but yeah, he's like fucking.
I hope we talking about the same person.
Yeah, he's like he works all the time. He's a working comedian in DFW. He fucking does shows at Hyenas all the time. Improv everywhere. But yeah, man. He's got a podcast called Basement Manifesto, and they do it every Thursday, every pro show open mic night at Fort Worth Hyenas, and they do it in the lower level. Yeah,
he cool.
So after a year, they did a live podcast in the Red Room, and that's where they launched their merch. They launched their Patreon and all that shit.
Dope.
So I'll probably do something like that when I get to episode 100, which will probably be, I would say, somewhere in like spring, summer of next year. So maybe it's basically like a year from now. You know,
man, you got some live content in here. This is big time. This is big timers over here.
Oh yeah, fuck. So let's kick this off, man. Yesterday threw me off so bad, and Ed's back from yesterday. So real quick, as always, man, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Crux Crawford, CRUX Crawford, just like it's spelled, because there's no other name like it. And follow me on there. Anytime you want to send me clips, anything to review, anything you want me to put in the show and riff on with my guests or talk about, cruxcrawford@gmail.com. Send that over to me. I'm thinking about setting up a phone number. It's not my actual personal cell phone, but I'm thinking about setting up a cell phone number, like a Google Voice or something, where you can leave a voicemail. I want people to leave like Crux, voicemails, and then I'll play them on the show.
I got a phone. I got a track phone.
Yeah, see, I need to get like a burner phone number so I can just get that, so people can leave voicemails and do their Crux versions and like send them to me, or leave voicemails. And I'm thinking about doing that. I might do that. I'll keep everybody posted. But and then upcoming dates. So first off, this Saturday, March 26th at Dallas Comedy Club. I'm going to be there in the main stage at the 2 months in Dallas show. Peng Dong, Des O'Neill, Sarah Tullis, Xavier Poole, Josh Tramiello, Tom Murphy, me, and one or two other people that I can't remember. But it's going to be an awesome show, badass lineup, a lot of fun. Get your tickets online, DallasComedyClub.com. Classified Comedy Show was supposed to be last weekend. I already talked about it. That's canceled and moved to a new date because there's a bigger venue, supposedly. That's either going to be next month in April or May. I'll keep everybody posted. So that's not happening right now, but it will be. Next one is going to be the Fort Worth 420 Festival. So that's April 20th. Then I'm going to be at Comedy Arena April 30th, 10 p.m., Saturday, April 30th. 10 or 10:30, either way. Fucking April 30th. And then and then August. What's the first Saturday in August? The first Saturday in August is August 6th. I'll be back at MacGyver's Bar in Burleson, Texas, boy. Yeah. Back there, had a blast last time in February. They asked me back, so I'm going to be back in August. So yeah, those are my dates. Ed, what do you got, man? Where can
I
I
just
follow
got-
you? Where you gonna be?
You can follow me at Ed the Great. It's underscores in between. That's Ed EDD underscore the underscore great. You know, I got one show coming up Friday. A lot of black people. It's like a family reunion. Family reunion. If you ever been to one, this is what it look like. It's at I don't know the venue, but I got the address. Y'all can Google 17194 Preston Road, Dallas, Texas. It's a lot of black people. I popped this up on my phone. That's what I got.
Damn, dude.
That's a lot of black people.
Damn, man.
Paula's on there though. He pretty cool. I don't know the other people, but I'm pretty sure they.
Who's on it?
Paula's.
Paulos?
Yeah.
Paulos Furos? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love
funny as
Paulos.
hell.
Yeah, I love Paulos, dude. He's been doing comedy a long time.
Man, yeah,
He told me
an
like 10
OG.
years.
Yeah,
He told me. Yeah.
He used to talk to me when I was first coming up. He was like,
Yeah.
"No, you just keep doing what you're doing. You got something, just develop a set." I was like, "Yeah, bro."
Yeah, dude. He's a really cool guy. He used to teach comedy classes, I guess, at the Dallas Comedy House. You
That
know?
makes sense.
That's what he said. So, yeah, really nice guy. Really nice guy. But yeah, man, now we got that out of the way. That's where you can see us. That's where you can follow us. And we're back. You can't stop us. God damn, man. I'm going to have Mike back next time. But we talked about some cool shit, dude. We had some good
Yeah,
fucking
that
conversations,
was
bro.
cool.
We were talking about some good shit, dude. We were talking about that. First of all, that shit that happened in Arkansas.
Yeah, that
You
shooting,
know? The shooting, dude.
man. But like I was telling you,
pulling it
like
back up, yeah.
all the Oak Cliffs places I've been and been shot up. So like,
Yeah, you mentioned that. Have you ever been to a
Yeah.
place where people started shooting or whatever?
yeah, that shit
Yeah.
crazy. I get out of there.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking. I'm looking this shit up right now, dude,
I
because
get
that
out of
was.
there before 12, man.
You really do. You really do, man. I bet. God, dude, that's so crazy.
I think he said like 22 got shot or something.
Yeah.
Injured?
Yeah, I'm looking that shit up right now, dude. That's so crazy, bro. So crazy.
I'm not familiar with guns. Like it's guns with like 22 bullets. It's like just I'm thinking like did the person have to reload? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Did you
dude, I don't
reload?
know a lot about guns myself, dude. I got a lot of friends and family who know a shitload about guns, but I don't know as much, man. All right, so what is this shit?
I had time to reload. He had
Dude,
to
seriously.
call a dude expert.
Arkansas State Police, 27 shot outside car show.
That's an army gun. That's not no pistol. That ain't around your way 22.
1 dead, 27 injured at Arkansas car show gunfight, officials say. A man was killed and at least 27 other people were injured in a gunfight. God damn, dude.
27, bro. You hit 27 people.
Yeah, dude. Maybe they all showed up and they were mad that the cars weren't that great.
It got
And
it.
then they just started going off, dude.
27. That has to be. It has to be like 3-4 guns.
These aren't that classic. Fuck that. Just fucking
Better
pull out my
cars on
gun.
Need for Speed.
Yeah, like I came all the way down here for this. You charged me $25 plus parking. I don't know, but yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Out
bro.
of all the places.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the place where something like that should happen though.
yeah, man. Well, fuck, that shit happens everywhere now, dude. You know that shit happens everywhere. I'll tell you, dude. By the way, for people that don't live in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, we got some fucking tornadoes today. We got some storms today. That's another reason why Mike couldn't come back after I fucked up from last night is because of the weather, which I don't blame him. Thanks for coming out. You know, because but it was clear. It cleared up now.
Yeah, it's
but,
clear. It's clear.
But
I stay down the street,
dude,
so.
yeah, but dude, fucking earlier today, I think there was almost a tornado here in Fort Worth, and then there was a tornado by Austin.
Yeah, round walk. Bro, we was just talking about. I was supposed to go to Austin today. Do some open mics and whatnot.
Yeah,
Good thing I didn't go.
yeah, dude. No, for real, because that shit is fucking nuts, dude.
Even my mama called me. She said, "You ain't go to Austin, did you?" I said, "No."
That was a smart move, bro.
Yeah, I talk to the right people because I don't watch the news.
Yeah, that was a smart move, man. But yeah, and then yesterday we were getting into, I don't know, we were getting into all kinds of stuff. We were talking about who has the best fries, right? Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna give you my list right now. Mike brought up Wingstop. Wingstop got some dope fries.
See, I don't think I've ever had Wingstop's fries. I need to try them. I haven't, dude. I've only had their wings. I've had Wingstop wings like once 10 years ago, bro, and I didn't like them that much, to be honest.
Like you got like a specific diet that you use?
No. I just hadn't been around. Like I wasn't in a position where I just got Wingstop. I got it once, like a long fucking time ago, and
Wingstop got some fries, bro.
yeah. I guess I'll have to check them out. Are they like the skinny ones like Whataburger and McDonald's, or are they thick,
These thick,
salty?
like black women. Like
So are they like the ones that look like they were shaved off a potato, like those kind of fries?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Like crispy on the outside, it looks like skins or some shit.
Something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
They delicious. You can
cool,
get them
man.
different flavors. You can get them like lemon pepper if you want to.
Okay.
Like they don't just throw regular salt on it. You can get regular salt, but it's like
They have some salts. I love
Yeah,
the
they got
alternative.
sauce.
Bro, I am a salt, like an alternative spice salt. Like I'm the guy who, like, when I order something from a place of any kind, you know, Chick-fil-A, any place that has a variety of sauces,
I need them.
I'm the guy who I want to try every fucking sauce, bro.
Yeah.
I want to dip, like, you know, 5, 6, 7 sauces.
I'm gonna be honest.
And one of I want to try what each one tastes like.
What sauce you like at Chick-fil-A?
I like that sriracha one.
Sriracha.
I like the honey mustard. I'm a honey mustard guy.
Okay.
You know, not everybody's into mustard. You know, my wife fucking hates mustard. My dad hates
honey
mustard.
regular mustard.
Honey mustard's okay, but she's not really big into like mustard. You know what I'm saying?
It's still acquired taste.
I'm a crazy person, bro, because I'm really into like bitter, like I love spice. I love heat, first of all. Okay, that's not everybody. And also, especially a lot of fucking white people are, you know, fucking,
Oh, you
like, don't
wild.
give me too much heat. You know what I mean? Don't give me too much hot, you know?
Spicy. Y'all
I
like
love spicy. I
Never
love
knew that.
spicy.
I don't know what white people.
I feel like it's a 50-50 split down the middle with white people, bro. I think some white people are fucking into spice. They're addicted. You know, I feel like there's no middle ground, dude. I feel like there's not, like, a lot of white people, bro. It's either like fucking give it all. I want to be fucking crying.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that are like tiny little bit of salsa and they're like, oh, you know. I feel like there's not a lot of middle ground. I'm kind of a middle ground though. I'm the exception. My mom will sit there and fucking eat hot fucking soups until she's like crying.
Soup?
Yeah, like fucking like hot. You don't like soup?
Nah, bro, that shit boiling my stomach. I'm
Yeah.
skinny, so like, yeah.
But any kind of soup?
Nah, soups. I don't get along with.
Because it might be like a dairy thing or something.
It might be.
You know, because if you have like that's like a milk base, you know what a roux is?
Probably
the roux?
not, bro, I'm not that educated.
I know. Well, hey, man, neither am I. I know a little bit about cooking because I've gotten fired from a couple kitchens, you know? So I've gotten fired from a couple restaurants, bro.
Every job that I ain't at right now, I didn't been fired.
Yeah, dude. I've been fired from a few places, bro. So like, roux is like the base that they make a lot of creamy soups and sauces with. So like a mushroom soup or like a bisque, like a crab bisque or like a tomato, all that stuff's going to come from a roux, which is like flour and milk and maybe something else that I'm fucking forgetting.
That's why I'm single. I don't know nothing about food. That's why
whatever, dude.
we sitting on the opposite side of the table.
Anyway, fucking, yeah. So that's the base they make. So it might be like, you know, like then there's like the broths, you know, like, have you ever had pho? You like the Vietnamese soup? No. Vietnamese noodle soup. You ever see the pho, like the PHO, those restaurants? No. You'll see.
If I
They're
did, I
around now.
probably
You will.
wouldn't.
Now that I told you,
Yeah.
you're gonna see them. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
that's what that fucking
I'm
guy
probably hit you up and be
that wears
like,
clothes 2-3
that's what
days
she
in a
was
row
talking
told me about. Yeah.
Nah.
No, but anyway, it's really good. You should check it out. Pho is fucking great. I like it, especially when it's cold and rainy. Kind of. Well, it wasn't cold today, but it was wet. But anyway, so I like heat. Not everybody does, right? It's a thing. It's here and there. But I like their sriracha. I like the honey mustard from Chick-fil-A. I try to stay away from ranch just because like I'm trying not to eat as much of that. You know what I mean? Because it's fucking, dude. Okay, so you know how you said like
That's what
certain
I did my French
soups.
fries in.
Yeah,
Ranch.
dude, me too. I fucking love ranch. I ate ranch for years. But here's the problem. So remember how you said like you have the thing going on with your stomach?
Yeah.
You know, with me, when I eat like a ranch and all that shit, like it tastes great, but then I feel like shit. You know what I mean? Later, if I eat a bunch of it, you know. So, yeah, man. So, I like heat. I like bitter, like sour stuff. I'll eat lemons and limes just straight up.
Okay,
Like,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like I love, and I have done that since I was a kid. Like, you know, so I really like a lot of salt, a lot of fucking like sour shit, you know?
My people from the country, that's all they eat is like fruits and they throw a whole bunch of salt on it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, how do y'all keep doing this, man? That's just shit all day. Like,
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. And I'm not even from the country. I just always liked it. Like when I was a baby, I guess my mom said I like tried a lemon and she thought I was going to hate it because it's sour, right?
Yeah.
That's the average reaction. I just didn't mind it. I kept eating it.
this is nice.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. I have weird taste. It's strange, dude. I also, isn't it weird how like you get, when you're a kid, certain things you used to hate, get a taste. Like, dude, when I was growing up, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I did not like mayonnaise. I did not like mayo. I didn't want it on my sandwich. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it. Then when I got a little older, I started to like it.
That's your stuff. No.
Yeah. So I, once again, try to stay away because like ranch is mayo based. You know what I mean? So it's heavy. So I try not to eat as much of it because then I feel like shit if I have too much. You know what I mean? But I like the taste, you know?
So you said stuff that I used to hate fish. I used to couldn't stand fish. Now like I could do like a salmon.
Yeah.
I know I said
Salmon's
it, buddy.
great.
I know I said
No, whatever. Yeah, salmon is good.
the salmon, you put some little asparagus on there. Listen, I'm looking for a baby mama right now. Y'all can give me a baby mama. She can cook salmon. Talk to me.
It's a good food, man. You have to get you have to make sure that you get sockeye salmon and shit that's wild. Get shit that's from the actual water. Don't get the fucking farm raised salmon because that salmon they're different.
And stuff that they feed them.
Yeah, and they're different. Yeah, because they're not swimming around, catching food, eating, surviving for themselves. Something about that, man, it makes them have the different kind of omegas in their like when you eat it. Like instead of getting omega 3s, you get like omega I think 2s or something, some shit like that. But it's not as good for you. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's fucking better than eating like a cheeseburger. But you know, but like if you get sockeye salmon or wild caught salmon. That's better for you because it's out in the wild. Like what we don't get exposed to a lot unless you raise them yourself or whatever is if you eat eggs from chickens that you raise yourself, the eggs are different. Like if you eat eggs, you know, that are from chickens that are just out there, you know what I mean?
You're changing my whole diet right now.
Like if you eat the chicken that's raised on a farm and they were raised to be killed and harvested for meat, as opposed to a free range chicken who's running around, it's a different thing. It's like
I heard
it's
of free
better for you.
range, so that's what that really is. Like
Yeah, it's better for you. Yeah.
What about the like? Because I live next to a lot of Hispanic dudes, and they used to have chickens like in my auntie yard. And stuff.
Yeah.
Them free range.
Technically, yeah. I mean, if their whole life they let them run around and just eat bugs and fucking different shit to survive.
I didn't see a bunch of free range chicken then.
Yeah,
I never ate it probably, but I didn't
that chicken is going to be a different kind of chicken. You know what I mean? Because it's like running around, it's happy, it's surviving on its own. I mean, so from my experience, when you have like grass-fed, grass-finished beef or like, you know, free-range chicken, typically I think it tastes, but see, I can't really say that, bro, because I know what it is. And then psychologically, I might just be like, well, this tastes better just because I know it's supposedly better. But I do know that, you know, dietitians, experts, scientists, they say people that have researched it, they've said like this hands down is better for you. Like it's a better food, better meat or a better fish with the salmon. So
speaking of chicken, Popeye's got some nice fries.
That's what we were talking about, man. So they have good fries. I haven't had fries from there either.
Now it depends who worked there, because you know it'd be kids.
Yeah.
Most of these fast food restaurants is kids.
Yeah,
it just depends on how
that's true.
Responsible they are.
Yeah. It depends on how much they would care about their job, which is probably not that much. I was one of those kids, but like,
you gotta get them while they first got.
Yeah, get them while they're fresh. Yeah, before they get jaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking. That's what I was telling you yesterday, dude. The guy that I know from Louisiana, he said that the Popeyes are different here than there, even though it's a big national chain. Like the Popeyes chicken, the way that they make the shit over in Louisiana is better. To him, what he said, you know, that's what he said.
In Louisiana, probably that makes sense though, because that's where they was from.
Is it?
Popeyes
is that where it's from?
I would imagine, because it's like a Louisiana fried, Louisiana based.
Yeah. Hey, you convinced me. I believe you.
That's why they play the little jazz music. Oh, that chicken for Popeyes.
Yeah.
I don't like that. They gotta get rid of that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy, man. I don't know. I've never had Popeyes chicken in Louisiana, so I can't tell you.
Right.
Dude, I haven't had Popeyes. Remember the chicken sandwich that came out? Like that went fucking crazy.
Right. Like, yeah, they went crazy over there, bro. I think it was just hyped up.
Yeah. Because then everybody copied it. You know, everybody started to, and now everybody's trying to copy Chick-fil-A too. You notice how everybody has a Chick-fil-A type sandwich?
Yeah. Chick-fil-A really like start setting the tiers on fast food, like, because people always disrespect the fast food. Chick-fil-A came to, no, we're gonna treat them nice.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
That's how we get.
It's popular fucking restaurant, dude. Or like in Texas, fucking Whataburger is popular as fuck. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about. That's another thing we were talking about yesterday. Like when I drive home, I see that Jack in the Box at night that's next to Whataburger. People are pulling out onto the street because the line is so long for Whataburger. And then Jack in the Box, there's like one car in that fucking drive-thru. That's like the old stripper at the club. Like, fucking, come on in. I'll let you do everything.
No love. But Jack in the Box always been finessing, though. Like, even in the kids, man, I remember when I was little, they used to give me like the little Jack. He's like, bro, what is this? Like, who is Jack? Oh, Jack don't do nothing.
Did you put it on the antenna? Remember the little antenna guy?
They had that too. It's like, nah, we didn't get that. Like, they actually gave me like a Jack toy. And I was like, McDonald's used to get like, you know what I'm saying, real toys.
Yeah, real toys.
Before now, like, he just get some fold up stuff now. But like back then, they used to get real toys, and they used to get you like a Jack dude. You like, I don't want this. He don't do nothing.
That's fucking funny.
Jack in the Box is for hot people, I think.
Yeah.
Drunk people.
Yeah.
If you think about they best
food,
yeah,
you're right.
Their best food is just filled with grease, like the tacos.
If you look at their fucking drive-through menu when you're pulling through that drive-through at night, it looks like a menu that you look at when you're stoned.
Yeah,
like
you got to.
I'll look at it sober and I'll see that and I'll be like, dude, this is obviously, it's like Taco Bell and Jack in the Box are presented to people who are fucking high.
What's that? They meals what? The Munchie meal or something like that?
Do they have that?
Yeah, it's a meal called the Munchie meal. I was like, oh,
that's funny, dude. We brought that up last night because you were talking about the fucking curly fries because they do have some good curly fries.
Yeah.
Horrible for you, but they're good.
They're horrible.
French fries are horrible for you, bro.
Listen,
like horrible.
You can tell when you get it in container. It didn't damn it melted.
Cardboard,
It didn't melt it through the container. You like, yeah, bro. I gotta get
cardboard is fucking just greased out.
Just holding on by.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
All these fries.
Yeah, dude. Shit. Hey, man, I was curious. How long of a set do you have right now? Like, if someone was like, "Hey, I want to book you. I'll pay you this much money." Like, how long can you go with like material?
Just straight material, like
like let's you might mess around a little bit with some. But it's mainly like what kind of material? Yeah, for sure. But like, if you a little bit of that, everybody's gonna do a little bit, right? But let's say they were like, how much material do you have, like where you could actually do a legit set? Like, even if you're not doing well, how much could you get through, kind of thing?
I can do about probably 25 to 30.
Hell yeah, dude! Your whole fucking set.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But I've been working on it for a while though.
Yeah, so. That's amazing, dude. Do you have it in sections? Like where you have like, this is a theme about family and then I transition into a theme about weed or whatever the fuck.
I do that. I can do that. Or my whole thing is, cause I like to play around with it depending on the crowd.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I like to focus on the transition. So it's like, it's really like how they feeling. And so like, let's just say like I have a nice punchline, or if the punchline don't work, like I was like, okay, so how do I transition? That's my main focus. Like I don't be thinking about the joke. I be thinking about like, how am I going to transition from this joke to whatever I feel like I'm gonna go to next.
Yeah.
So like I can play around, cause I like moving it around. Like I don't say it like the same way every time. So
yeah, that's good, dude. That's awesome. That's great, man. That's cool. Have you ever gotten to play out that long? Like that whole set?
No, usually the most I done did was like 15.
Yeah, okay.
I did like a solid 15, and they was like, the thing about it was they didn't want me to do 15.
Oh, really?
And like I just lost. I was drinking that day. I felt like I was up there for 5 minutes, but I was really up there for 15. They was like, "No, you could have kept going."
Oh shit!
I was like, "All right, cool." Like,
man, dude. Wait, so I'm trying to remember, like, dude, and I'm so glad we're doing this again today because last night it was such a fucking hectic day. Yesterday, I was so burned out by the time we started doing the fucking episode, and then on top of that, I saw the audio was fucked. I was just like, dude, fuck this. I went to bed like, fuck today. I got so much more. I got sleep. I got way better sleep last night. Yeah, than the night before last. So I'm way more replenished and refreshed. And another thing, one thing I can't remember because I was so fuzzy last night is, did you see the Tinder swindler or did Mike?
Mike saw it.
He saw it. Okay.
The Tinder swindler.
Yeah, dude. We're telling you about it. Yeah, I mean, you get it. He fucking like hustled girls off of Tinder and stuff, and convinced them that he was like this, like, you know, rich knight in shining armor, like they're kind of rescue prince guy. And then, you know, he'd hustle them into giving him money, and they trusted him and assumed he was good for it because he really convinced them that he was like a billionaire family. And, you know, his dad was a big rich guy, and so was he. But so that's the crazy thing, though. That's what I wanted to bring up again. It's like, dude, they don't fucking, but this is the thing. Those girls never admit that that's why they liked him. You know what I mean? They just go, I told you, like, because the guy asked, like, what were you looking for when you were looking for a man on Tinder? And they're like, I'm looking for a really smart guy. someone who can really challenge me intellectually. Looking for just a nice guy, a sweet, warm heart soul, just someone who can really someone just really caring and someone who really understands. It's like, okay, bro. So is that why you were swept away when he put you in this private jet?
Tell me, listen,
you know what I mean?
I got a beef with women, but it's not. But it's
how
not,
so?
Like
in what way?
So it's like because they smart,
but
like at times they can be naive at the same time, and you be like I be arguing with women sometimes. I be trying not to be mean. Though I be like, bro, like you too smart to be this naive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I get what you're saying.
If it's too good to be true, more than likely, it's too good to be true.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a life experience thing though too. Yeah. Because I feel like I feel like guys can be like that too. But I do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree though that it's kind of like it's interesting because they're like, you're not really. They are smart. You know what I mean?
As hell.
But there is I think there's certain kinds of intelligence and certain kinds of strong suits that everybody has.
Yeah. You
like
got strengths and weak.
Yeah, yeah. Like I think and this doesn't go across the board because there's different. I think what it really comes down to with either men or women is it comes down to like personality types and like what kind of person you are, right? Like if you're a type A or you're a type B or you're like, an outgoing person or you're an introvert if you're more, like you express yourself in certain ways. Cause my point is like, okay, so like I sold cars and did all kinds of sales for years, bro. Like the super high octane, like everybody fucking hates me and I got to convince you to like me so I can sell you some shit and make a bunch of money. Like I did that for years. And I worked with, generally speaking, 98% of the people that do that profession are going to be guys because it's confrontational. It's high octane. There's a lot of ego involved. You got to be really assertive, really aggressive, right? And it's like a very much like a provider thing. Like it's a hunter gatherer. Like go out and get them, go out and make the money, go out and get the commission, go out and get the food. But I worked with some women that were destructive in that position, bro. Like they were super strong, super clever, super skilled. It was about a personality. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that personality. They basically were like, for lack of a better term, they were thinking like a guy in terms of like, I'm the alpha. I'm going to go get the shit. I'm going to fucking, you know what I mean? And you compete with them and you don't look at them like, oh, this is a girl doing this. You compete with them like fucking, they were good. Like, so you're like, dude, she's fucking good. She's strong, So it didn't matter if you were a man or a woman. It was more about the personality traits. You know what I mean?
I think that's what it is though. But like, I just be wanting to let women know like, y'all can't be out here just believing everything. Like, y'all too smart for that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It might be like a generational thing too. I don't know.
I think it is.
I don't know.
My granny way different.
Right?
She older though. So like, I don't know if she got that knowledge when she was older. And like younger, she might have been.
It's your upbringing too. I feel like it's your level of exposure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you had to do a lot for yourself, you're going to have way more of a streetwise personality, right? But
I ain't hating. I love women. Y'all gonna take that the wrong way. I just be like, I be on y'all squad. Like it's just like you see LeBron and they start losing. You be like, come on, LeBron, you LeBron.
Yeah, dude. No, there is kind of like I think part of it is like how young or old somebody is, right? Like how much experience or how much of a lack of experience does somebody have.
Experience.
Yeah, you can't, man. You can't. Like for example, dude, like I remember, so when I was 19, there was a girl that was like the same age as me that I was trying to get with. She worked at this coffee shop. She was a barista.
Okay.
And like I was trying to get with her and I gave her my number and everything. And like, she didn't, I gave her, this was like, so texting it was a thing, but it wasn't like everybody fucking did it. It was like the T9 shit, right?
T9 free nights and weekends.
I don't know about the nights and weekends, but the texting, I think they were charging you per text still or something. And it was the phones. It wasn't like a smartphone where you can just go ABCD.
I got woke for that.
It was fucking ABC. You had to type. It took you 10 minutes to type like, hi, how you doing? So anyway, it was mainly like you called, right? So I had a cell phone, but people mainly called each other still. Yeah. It wasn't about texting because it wasn't that easy yet, right? So, so I gave her my number. That was my move.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you mine, and if you're interested, you'll hit me up.
That you know what I mean? Bug you.
Yeah, that's what I did a lot. So I did that, and days went by. So I'm thinking like, she doesn't like me. So I'm a fucking idiot. I got to see her again. And I'm a fucking moron. What am I doing? She's not into me. Then all of a sudden, forgot about it. 2-3 weeks passed, right? Calls. Let's hang out. Let's go out, right? Yeah. So we go out, we hang out, and she's talking about how she was like trying to work things out. The reason why I took her a while to hit me up is because she was working things out with her ex-boyfriend or whatever.
Always.
Right? Yeah. Whatever. So
yeah,
we go back out to her place.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
She was staying at with who she said was her uncle, right? And she would like, you know how like you know how no, like, okay, so you know how you know what an in-law is? Like the back house? Like she was living in the back house. So it's a house and then there's a fucking little house in back, but it's basically like an apartment, right? So she was living in that and she was renting it from her uncle who lived in the big house, right? So we are, we're starting to kind of mess around a little bit. It's late. It's like 1:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? I got my, like nothing but my box. We're not really full on getting it on yet, but like, I got my boxers on, she's got her bra and her panties and stuff. And we're kind of messing around.
Getting the marinade. I got you.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, dude, someone starts fucking with the window. In her bedroom, in her bedroom, there was a window. I'm next to the window and she's here, right? So here's the window. Here's me. Here she is, right? So I'm in between her and the window. So someone's fucking with the window and she goes, "Oh no, it's him." And I'm like, "Him? What are you talking about?" And she's like, "My ex." So I start to think it's probably maybe not her ex. You know what I'm saying? Or something weird was going on there with those two, So check it out. So he starts fucking opening the window and she's like, "Johnny, no," or whatever the fuck his name was. I don't remember. This is a million years ago, but so he opens the window and sticks his head in, right? And immediately I smell he's been drinking. I smell the fucking alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I smell his fucking
What
alcohol.
you think? What you thinking? I got a squab. It's about to be a squabble.
I didn't really know because it happened so fucking fast, bro. Like I'm in fucking make out, fucking foreplay zone, and then the next thing you know, windows open and oh shit, it's him, dude. The first thing he does when when he dipped his head in the fucking room, bro. It was dark in the room, When he dipped his head in through the window, the first thing he fucking sees is my face. And I was like, "What's up, dog?" I still remember that. And he was like, "You motherfucker." And like, oh, dude, I can tell. And plus I smell him. He's drunk,
Yeah.
So immediately, bro, she starts fucking going into meltdown, bro. Like, "Oh, my God," freaking out, right?
Yeah.
And I jump off the bed because I'm like, "Bro, this guy's going to come in through the window. Yeah. This is happening, right?" And I'm not prepared. I'm fucking just in my boxers, no socks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing, dude. Nothing.
I probably wouldn't want to have socks because I don't want to slip.
Yeah, dude. So I'm there's like street light coming in from the window a little bit through the trees and then the lights on in like the living room, but it's dark in the room, So I can see him come through and I'm trying to keep track of where he is. And I fucking he comes at me and I fucking kick him. Like just kick because I can see he's coming. So I just kick, right? And he flies back. He's drunk, bro. He flies back into like the dresser or whatever the fuck. And then he goes, "I'm going to cut you, motherfucker." So I was like, dude, I was like, man, this guy's got a knife. I got to get out of here, bro. I'm fucking naked. Basically. I can't see. I don't want to get stabbed or cut. So I go to the front of the back house and I don't know what to think. Like I go up to the front door of the little apartment, the little back house there. I open the door, right? Bro, it's cold. It's 1:30 in the morning, bro. It's like February, you know what I mean? So it's fucking cold. Cold outside, I'm wearing boxers. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm running on adrenaline. I'm not thinking logically, you know what I'm saying? Because this is happening so fast. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So then I turn around. He comes to the entrance to the doorway. And what I notice and what he notices is I'm way bigger than this dude. Because you see me, like I'm tall as fuck, like I'm 6'5".
You noticed this when you kicked him, you gave him
I couldn't really see his full profile because it was dark. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he noticed, but I didn't. So then he really took in. He was fucked up, but you could tell he took in like how much bigger I was than him.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah,
I would leave me too. That's what
So all of a sudden, but that doesn't stop him. All of a sudden, dude, he grabs dude. There was a fucking no joke. There was a metal ladder that was sitting next to the door.
Oh, y'all want some WWE.
And bro, he grabs the fucking ladder. I'm standing outside in my boxers. All of a sudden from behind me as he's grabbing the ladder I hear, "You better get the fuck out of here. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you." Huh?
You turned your back on him?
No. So I'm facing him. And from behind me, I hear, "You better get the fuck out of here or I'm going to beat the fuck out of you." And I turn around and it's the chicks who I presume I can tell it's the uncle, you know, maybe it was the grandpa. I don't fucking remember. Bro. It was so long ago. It was uncle or some family member. He's got a fucking bat, a baseball bat, but he's talking to the guy. He's not talking to me.
Oh, okay.
He's talking to the dude.
I was about to say, damn.
No, he's talking to the guy. I think he probably had a history of being around there or something. Anyway, so he fucking looks at me and goes like, "You're a lucky motherfucker," and then runs off. And the guy puts the bat down. He's like, "Hey, sorry to get involved in your business, but I don't like that guy around here. I saw him trying to break in or some shit, you know." And she's fucking a mess. She's crying. She's at the doorway, bro. And she's like, "Let's just go back inside." I was like, "Nah, I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna take off. I don't want to be around for fucking hangout number 2 with your buddy with this fucking guy, dude. You know what I mean?" So I was just like, "Fuck it, dude. I'm just out of here." But my point is, that's the fucking ignorance, right? Like you're talking about, like that's the thing where it's just like, dude, she was really young. You know, you don't think, hey, this guy that my guess is, I don't know if they were still technically involved or not, or what his impression was. They could have been, or she could have been kind of stringing him along and playing in that gray area.
That gray area.
You know, and then she didn't really fully break it off, you know, and then he shows up and there's this random guy. Yeah.
But he knew, because guys know.
He probably knew. That's when he went to go find out about. Yeah. Yeah. God, that was so fucking weird, bro.
How old was you?
That was so weird. I was 19. I was 19.
That's the perfect time. That's when stuff like that happened.
That's when shit like that happens,
stuff like
bro.
That happened to me too, though.
Yeah.
But
what happened?
Messing with this girl, man.
Yeah.
She didn't tell me she had a boyfriend who was messing around. And she was like, we was messing around and whatnot. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I got the mood right, then turned off the lights. Like, we getting at it. Like, it's getting there. So she's like, yeah, just don't tell my boyfriend. Like, I said, wait. Like, but it's too late then. And so end up a couple days later, dude shows up at my door. I'm like, he's talking about, oh, I'm trying to get some shoes or whatnot. And so like, I'm like, I'm not into shoes like that at the time. So I'm like, man, what's up? And so like, he tries to swing on me. So I duck under it, like we get to tussling or whatnot.
Wow.
And he's like, you slept with my girl? And my first thought is, who are you? Like,
yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
And then it hits my head later, and I was like, "Oh, so you got to see me because you tried to sneak me. I don't like that. That's disrespectful.
Yeah,
you came to my door and tried to sneak me. If you'd came to my door and be like, hey man, you did something I don't respect. You got to see me. I was like, okay, that's understandable.
Yeah,
you came talking about some shoes,
right?
And then you tried to suck.
And then you fucking segue.
Yeah,
isn't it, dude? Yeah, that shit's so fucking awkward, man. Isn't it weird when how about when you're competing for a fucking girl with a guy, like you don't even, and what I mean by that is you're not necessarily planning it out.
Now we all competing.
Right. But it's not someone that you know, right? It's not like your buddy that you're like, hey man, let's see who can fuck her first. It's more just like, there's a guy, maybe you don't kind of know him, he's an acquaintance, or maybe you don't know him at all, but you can meet him through the girl, and then you can kind of tell that both of you are trying to get with her. So then it kind of ends up into like, who's going to get with her first kind of thing.
Yeah.
God, I fucking hate that, bro. Like I'm so glad. That's like, I feel like that's more of like a young, like super young thing though. Cause I feel like if you're in your like mid, late 20s or 30s, you're going to kind of just move on maybe, you know?
You're doing it, but you're doing it unknowingly.
Yeah. But when you're super young, like, dude, I did that. I remember in high school, there was a fucking girl.
Yeah. You know it though. You know it. And you still like, no, I think I can win.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you know, I want to take her out. I want to pick her up. I want to do this. You know what I mean? And like, you fucking go into this game and you fucking end up just fucking hating each other. And you're like, God, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
I don't get to that point though. I just get to the point like, damn, I lost.
Yeah. Wow. You fucking lost. What the fuck, dude? You didn't go, you did whatever it takes.
I'm not that type of guy.
Dude. I was whatever it takes, bro. And that's why that guy is not around anymore. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh,
no, not at all, dude. So no, man, like, that is the thing though. Like, I haven't had that kind of tension. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember another thing is when I was in college, dude, I was at a frat party. And
that's what
this was the problem, dude. So I wasn't drinking because I was already sober by then, because I got sober like super young, you know what I mean? Because I went super hard really early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we were talking about yesterday. And so I was at this college party and this girl, really hot girl, I was there with my friends. She was there with a bunch of people. She was from out of town. She was there with the guy that she used to date, but they were broken up, right?
Oh,
they were broken up, but she was looking for a rebound. You know what I mean? So then I started messing around with her. A fight broke out in the house, and that kind of ended up cock blocking the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But dude, you could tell the guy cared. You know what I mean? You could tell the guy cared. And looking back, that was a young, ignorant thing on my part. So like if I did that now, like if I was single out somewhere and there was that situation where a hot girl was like, hey, you know, like we used to date, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. There's just too many things.
Yeah. If you around, I tell girls all the time. I broke up with a girl because of that.
Yeah.
She was still in conversation. She was just in conversation with the ex. And I was like, nah, y'all need to figure that out.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it.
Yeah, dude.
I know how this go.
Fuck.
I always lost in high school.
Yeah, man. Right? Dude. Fucking crazy, bro. How comfortable would you say you are now compared to when you started comedy? Like dealing with like hecklers, like when you get heckled, like how much more comfortable are you and able to handle it now than compared to when you started?
Bro, I'm a lot more because I used to hear stuff, bro, and like I didn't know like how to deal with it. But like after a while, you just like, bro, just go with the flow. Like so, most of the time, like before a show, like I look at the room and like I like just get a feel for the room, and then like after like a little bit, you kind of know who gonna heckle. Like even like people walking in the room, like how they communicate with. Like I just like to pay attention to stuff like that. So I just be like, okay, like. Then I start looking at people's outfits. I start looking at like I try to load up as much as I can.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I'm just barely starting to get to that zone where like, cause you know how like when you're super new, you're just focused on like, let me say some things and not forget what I'm talking about and try to be funny and get it out and try to hopefully I'll get some laughs, right? You're more focused on yourself, right? Once you're comfortable enough to remember what you want to say and you're not worried about it because you've done it so much, then you start to go, who's here? Okay, is it young people? Is it old people? Like what kind of people is it? You know what I mean? Is it white people? Is it black? Who is here? You know what I mean? Like what kind of crowd is this? You know, is this an old white suburban crowd or is this like a young hipster crowd or what is this? You know, like, and you kind of base like how you're going to present yourself and the kind of material you're going to do based on that. And it's more about figuring out the audience. I'm just barely getting that stage because I remember one of the first few times I did stand up, this girl, you've done Twilight before, right? You do Twilight?
I think I've ever
in Fort Worth, Wednesday nights, bar. Jordan's been there a couple times. A bunch of people that you know have been there.
Shout out Jordan.
Shout out to Jordan, bro. Jordan J needs to come and do this fucking podcast sometime soon, bro. It's cool. Like we were talking about doing it a couple months ago, and then we both got busy.
That boy be moving. Y'all be moving.
We try, dude. Yeah, he's on the move big time, dude.
I need to quit my job.
You got to balance it out, though. That's the fucking happy medium, right? Because you got to have income. You got to take care of yourself. Me, you know, not only do I take care of myself, I got to provide for my family. So you got to find that happy medium where you can just do as much as you possibly can and hustle, but at the same time, take care of what you got to take care of, right? So anyway, it was like one of my first times. This girl in the audience, she was legitimately crazy. But she, I said a joke and then she would fucking flip me off, dude. Right. And I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to, like today, I'd just be like, fucking, I would just deal with it. You know, I'm that much more comfortable now than I was then. But dude, she flipped me off and I was just kind of like frozen. I didn't know how to react. And then I was like, it was getting to the end of my time and I was kind of like, okay, so I'll leave you with this. I'm going to end on this one. And she, right when I said that, she's just like clapping like, good. This guy's going to fucking get off stage, you know? Yeah, bro. And I was so thrown off by that. I went, you know what? I'm just going to end.
Hey, I'm so petty. I've learned to like start being myself like on stage. So like I can get to these jokes. But like my main focus is like if I'm funny, like just as a person, like just show my personality.
Yeah.
And then like the jokes, if they like my personalities, my jokes might not be the funniest, but like they'll still, you know what I mean? Just off my personality, they'll laugh a little bit.
Well, and that's the thing is that you know them. So you can mess around and be yourself and kind of figure out what you're doing and see who you're going to play with a little bit and see how much how engaged the audience is. But let's say no one's giving you anything. You know your material to the point where if you've run out of shit, you can start telling a joke, right? And then work off of it, right? And I'm just now beginning to understand that rhythm and get comfortable with it. You know what I mean?
I thought you already had it though.
Well, to the degree of like, okay, nothing. It's a lot harder for me to get thrown off by something the audience does now than than when I started. But I'm not like, what I'm saying is then there's also this. If you said, hey, go up there and just do as much time as you can, then I probably would be able to be more comfortable. I try to be courteous though. Psychologically, if it's a show, it's one thing, but psychologically, if it's an open mic, it messes with me because I don't want to be the guy that fucks everybody's schedule up and goes over time. So I'm always thinking like, let me get these out and let me get off stage so I don't hog up the time kind of thing.
You still got your shit you want to get out that day though.
Yeah. Or like if the crowd, I try to avoid the crowd because I don't want to get hung up on that. Like I want to try my shit out, but I don't want to go over time too. I don't want to piss a bunch of people off. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be known as the guy who fucking goes on too long. You know what I mean?
I might be that guy.
Nah, I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
Okay.
I've never heard that. You know, and part of that's just me being over paranoid, but I'm way more comfortable with, I do get up on stage and I mess around a little bit now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like at Pop-Up, for example, they don't give you a light. They'll just kind of let you go. And as long as you're doing well, they'll just kind of keep you going. Like Corey said he did like 15 minutes there one time, you know, because he was doing well.
Corey, bro, I just went to the show. Corey kills that thing.
He's great, bro. He's so good.
If he put one of them jumpsuits on, he gonna kill that night. Hey, check out Corey, man.
Corey Cherry, bro. He's got to fucking come by and do the podcast sometime soon too. I love Corey, man. He's a nice guy, very funny guy, very cool.
Man, that man.
So have you been to Wix? Have you been to Wix in Arlington? That's where I saw the Dangerous show. So it was him, Jordan.
So I've been up there.
Rooster.
I've been up there, but I ain't never performed. I haven't.
I watched the show. I just came there to support. So Chris Brown showed up too and watched. You know him, right? Yeah. So, I was trying to get him to come here tonight, but it was short notice. You know, says I can't make it. I'm like, that's fine, dude. I get it. But it's a cool little room.
Nice.
You know,
how many you think it fit?
It's a tight little room, but I'd say probably maybe like 30. Maybe if you pack
30 people.
Yeah. Maybe if you pack them in 40. And I'm talking about, because they have the tables set up, right?
Okay.
So if you have every table filled, maybe 30 to 40 people, you know?
But if you get 30 to 40 people in it,
it looks packed.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a small room. Yeah.
That could be, you can do some damage.
You know what it's like? It's like Backdoor, but it less club-like. It's like Backdoor, but it's a little bit more, it's more spacious than Backdoor.
Okay.
Because it's like a club type setup where you have, like Backdoor set up like the comedy club style where you pack it in super tight and you got seats up front and stuff. Wix is like you have a bunch of tables kind of like this with like 2 and 3 seats like this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, like the backup, like the improvs and stuff. Well,
yeah,
at least Addison.
Yeah. Like, they don't have a lot of chairs. You know what I mean? It's like mostly seats like this. So like you could pack, if you want to do it with chairs, you could pack probably 60 people in there, I'd say. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's why when I was first like 30.
Because of the layout, because of the tables and all that shit.
If you put chairs in there, you can get 60 in there.
Yeah.
That's a nice.
It's a cool spot.
60 in a small spot. Like, I like that.
Yeah. It's a cool spot, dude. I like that room a lot. That guy's really nice. He says he wants me to come around and do something. He was talking to me and a couple other people, but I haven't heard anything yet. Maybe it'd be a cool spot to perform at. It's cool. They have a nice little stage.
How much you think? No, Mom, we'll talk about that.
How much what?
I was about to say, how much you think to buy it out?
Oh yeah, I don't even know, but I'm sure. I'm sure it's something you can work out because it's a great room. It's a great room. But yeah, what else were you gonna say? You gonna say something?
I was just talking about we was talking about Arlington. What's your favorite spot down here?
Favorite spot down here so far? So
no, hey, we ain't hating on nobody.
No. There's so many great places. First of all, this is fucking great. I'll tell you what. So like I tried. I don't know if I told you, but like so I tried comedy for like 5 minutes in 2012. I went and did like 3 or 4 or 5 open mics. Right. 2012. Yeah, in 2012 I did fucking like I did 3 or 4 open mics. Like I said, dude.
Where at? And what town? Where you was at?
In LA. In LA. So
okay.
So I did I did the Ha Ha Cafe in North Hollywood like a few times, and I had I got lucky, had a good set, put some funny jokes together and stuff. And I don't even remember where they were, you know what I mean? But like I did them, and then afterwards I did well. And afterwards a comedian was like, "Hey man, you're pretty funny. You want to be in my, showcase?" It was like a bar show in Hollywood. So I went and did the bar show. and I fucking ate a dick, dude. I bombed. You know what I mean? Bombed. And I was just like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Fuck this.
Not for me.
Yeah. Plus, I was kind of like, I wasn't like, you know, because I was obviously, this was a long time ago. This was 2012. I was a lot younger, and I was kind of like, I have too much to do. I have too much going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have too many priorities.
That's how I started off.
Yeah, I can't make this a. So I was just thinking. Anyway, also LA is so oversaturated, bro. There's so many fucking people trying to do it, and you know, I'm just kind of. I was just like, whatever. I wrote it off. It wasn't for me yet. Now I wasn't fully invested in diving in like I am now.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, dude. My whole point in saying that is this, dude. Fucking Dallas, like Fort Worth and shit, man. Texas as a whole is great. I mean, you got Austin. Austin's blowing up, especially after COVID because Rogan moved out there. Tom Segura. So all these motherfuckers moved there to try to do comedy.
Right.
I heard it was a great place for comedy before that, even.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would know. But Dallas, bro. Dallas is like so fucking amazing. Like for the scene, dude. There's how many clubs, especially now post COVID? You got House Comedy, you got Improv Arlington, Improv Addison, Hyenas Fort Worth, Hyenas Dallas. You got fucking Comedy Arena. You got Backdoor,
Snookies.
Snooki. It was so many fucking places, bro. There's so many places to go up, and there's so many places that you have at least a little, if not a large audience. And Dallas Comedy Club, obviously. So you got as many fucking comedy clubs as LA, but you got them fucking here in Dallas. Because LA proper, if you don't count Orange County or Ventura County, LA has like, how many clubs? They have Improv, Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, Ice House, Flappers in Burbank, Haha Cafe, and I think that's all of them. I might be missing one of them because I'm thinking on the fly. But the point is, it's about the same amount. You know what I mean?
Jumping down
dude.
here.
And it's you have such a great opportunity. So it's hard to pick aesthetically, like just how the vibe is, how it looks, and everything.
Yeah.
Hyenas Fort Worth is probably my favorite club, just because like they have the whole downstairs area, the pool table, the bar. You got the red room, you have the main room, you have that whole big area where you can hang out. You know what I mean? It just looks nice.
What's to me, the main three for me is that's killing right now. No disrespect to the Dallas Comedy Club because they just reopened,
Which is also awesome.
Yeah.
Dallas Comedy Club is fucking awesome.
I need to get on. I was in a contest over there. I got second place. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
All right.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But Arlington, Addison, and Fort Worth. So you got the Fort Worth Hyenas. You got Arlington Improv and Addison Improv. I like both. I like all of them.
Yeah.
To me, probably Arlington my favorite.
Arlington is great, bro. Yeah. That Arlington Improv is fucking cool. The setup, the layout. Addison's great too, but just Arlington is like feels like a theater almost.
Yeah, and then you go outside. You got the games. And stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice little vibe.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. What contest? When was this? Was this when it was Dallas Comedy House or Dallas Comedy Club?
This is this year.
The new rendition.
Yeah, it was in this contest, and I was supposed to win, man. I was supposed to win, but the lady that I was going up against, like she was, because it was you bring your own people.
Oh, it was a bringer show. Okay.
Yeah, so she had brought her people, and like they showed love to her, but she killed though. I just felt like I killed too. And then we did round of applause, and that's where I got. We did a vote to get to the last two, and they was like, "You won on the votes," and then they was like, "All right, make noise for this person."
And she brought a bunch of people. Yeah,
she didn't bring a lot of people, but like
more
I said,
than
she
you.
killed. She was nice though.
Right.
Because then we did like a improv section, and then she did better on the improv than I did, like for sure. And I was like, did she know? Like, did she? It's kind of like she wrote for this. Like,
yeah.
I was like, dang, I should have won that though.
Let's find her. Let's fucking find her, bro.
I'm coming for that. It was a hundo on the line, $100.
Damn, dude. American.
Got my hundo.
American.
I had already spent that in my mind.
Fuck, bro.
I still got wings.
Yeah, what's her name, bro? Where is she at?
I don't know. She funny as hell though. I gotta find her. I'm probably not gonna find her right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find her right now. You funny as hell though.
That's good. At least she was good. Because doesn't that suck when you see a bringer show where like someone's not good and it's just purely because they brought a bunch of their friends and family that they win? You know what I mean? That sucks.
Yeah, I talk to the people in the back there. I be like, lie. Like, you know who's good. Lie.
Don't lie, dude.
If we're doing it by the vote,
yeah.
like at first, like lie. Come on, man. Like we know.
Yeah. You know, that's why I figured. And it's the same thing with music. Just to let you know, like it's the same fucking thing with music. Like like when you start with music, it's that whole thing is very similar when you're starting with comedy, where they have these like battle of the bands competitions, and it's just all about how many people you bring.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I
they
mean?
be like, make some noise. I hate when they be like, make some noise. Like,
Yeah, who thought so and so?
now let's do vote. I'm
yeah.
raise of hand.
And the prizes for a lot of those things, like when it's cash, that's one thing because at least it's hard cold money in your hand that you can spend.
Yeah.
But when it's like with music, what they try to do is like say, I remember one time I watched one, right? I watched a battle of the bands way back in the day where this band won by applause, right? And the prize was they get. This was the one thing that was cool was I think they got some money to record a song. You know what I'm saying? Like they got money to record a couple songs in a studio. But the whole big thing with that was, and then those songs are going to get listened to by a major record label. And it's like, what the fuck? How do you fucking know what that even means, dude? Who's going to listen? You have an A&R guy? What label does he work for? What's his name? Can I Google him? You know him? Really?
How you gonna get in contact
Do you?
with us?
How do I know you know him? You know what I mean? How come I can't fucking? You know what this is? This is you charging a bunch of people, making a bunch of money off a competition to give somebody a fucking demo that you send to an email address that I could fucking look up online. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fucking email the guy, listened to by a major record label. You mean you're fucking gonna send the shit to an email? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Because I can do that. I don't have to win a contest to do that.
Nah, I need that hundo.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
need
Just give us the
that
cash,
hundo.
dude. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Just give us the cash.
I lost that money. I was so upset.
Because the only time those contests, like the actual glory of winning means something is if it's like last comic standing or something. Like if your judges are like big famous comedians, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Because if they tell you you're good or they tell you you suck, you have to listen. You know what I mean? Because they know what they're talking about. At least at that point in time. You know what I mean? At least, not to say you should take their word as like as what the fuck? Like their word is like, you know, just something you follow.
Word is
yeah. Word is. I'm trying to think of the fucking. You don't have to take it as like, you know. It's not like, oh Jesus Christ, bro. I don't fucking know. You get what I'm saying. You don't have to take their word as
we vibe?
gospel.
I
know. Sorry, bro. It's my ring. Fucking gospel, dude. Their word is not like the. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take it as like that's for sure what's going on.
Nah, for sure.
You know,
they might like your flavor.
Yeah, dude. You know, like there's all kinds of shit like that. You know, Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
So when she was starting, Mitzi Shore, who used to run the Comedy Store, booked the Comedy Store back in the day, she told her that she was too pretty for comedy. She was like, "You're too pretty for stand-up. You should do something else. You should act. You should do something else."
I could understand why people say that.
Yeah. So, but there you go. She didn't listen, and look she's big. You know what I mean? She's successful.
I would definitely not listen.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so just because someone tells you and they have a track record of knowing what they're talking about with certain shit, that doesn't mean that they know everything. You know what I mean? No one knows. Have you ever heard Eddie Murphy talk about how Rodney Dangerfield back in the day told him like to clean his act up before Eddie Murphy blew up? He was like getting popular.
I missed that one.
Eddie Murphy talks about it. You can look it up. He talks about it on podcasts. He talks about it in interviews. So back when he was really young, before he was an upcoming comic, but he hadn't blown up yet. It wasn't Delirious hadn't come out yet.
Before the Leather Outfits.
Before the Beverly Hills Cop and all that shit. Yeah. So Rodney Dangerfield saw him early on and said, "Hey kid, you know, you should clean up. Don't use a bunch of foul language. Dress nice. You know, don't be too. You're not gonna get anywhere. You got to be clean. You know." Yeah. And then fucking lo and behold, dude, Delirious. He's huge. Cool. You know.
He said Bill Cosby said that too, though.
He said Bill Cosby complained. I don't know how much of it is true, but Bill Cosby complained about him swearing and stuff.
Yeah.
But this was after. That was after he was already famous. So. Rodney Dangerfield told him this, like, if you want to make it in this business, you should stop swearing and try to be like more like Cosby, you know?
That's crazy.
Right? So then he gets big and successful, and he sees Rodney Dangerfield in Vegas after he blew up. And the first thing Rodney says to him is, "Hey, who knew?"
hey, and I'm petty too. Like, I'm like, you sure?
Yeah, that's exactly. And Eddie Murphy's telling the story, so that's this whole point of telling it. He's like, "Dude, I fucking threw in his face." I was like, "What happened, bro?" Like, what? And then you just went, "Hey, who knew?" You know?
Yeah, it'd be like that, though.
The point is, no one fucking knows. Like, no one knows what's good for you. No one knows what the best decision is for you or who you should be or how you should talk. You know what I mean? You have to make those decisions. You need to do what you like and what you feel comfortable with and present yourself the way that you want, because you're the only one at the end of the day that knows what is good for you and what you want to give to people.
This is true.
You know, and what you feel you should deliver. And as long as you're delivering that, then that's all that matters, you know? And if people like it, people like it. If they don't, fuck them. You know what I mean?
When you first started, I was like, is this an intervention? Is he trying to
look, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
You got to slow down.
You got to fucking slow down, man. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You got to fucking just, I don't know. I'm trying to challenge myself, because it's like, so not every joke that I have is clean, but most of it is.
Not at all.
Right. But most of it is, a lot of it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not doing it just because like I'm only going to write clean jokes, but I do want to see a lot of people that do know what they're talking about. Like Ralphie May says that, like if you watch his masterclass video that's on YouTube from a Comedy Store from like 2010, he talks about that. He's like, you know, he knows what the fuck he's talking about. You know, he's not telling you how to do comedy, but he's talking to a lot of new comics in the class. And he's like, you need to have clean material, you know, because if you want to host, if you want to do certain things, a lot of people want you to work clean. He's like, so if you don't want to work clean, that's fine. You don't have to, but you're going to miss a lot of work if you don't have any clean material. He's like, and if you learn how to write clean, then it's harder to do that. He's like, if you learn how to write dirty, it's hard to stop writing dirty. Yeah. You know, if that's all you do. Yeah. That's what he said. You know what I mean? He's like, especially in the beginning, if you can build at least a decent amount of your set that's clean, he's like, that's good, because then at least you know how to write clean. And you have stuff you can go on TV with. This is a little dated because it was a while ago. But he's like, you have stuff you can go on TV with. You have stuff you can go on the radio with. You have stuff you can do private gigs like colleges. Yeah. You know, and he's like, bro, if you don't have clean, they're not going to fuck with you.
The crazy thing is, Ryan Perrio told me that shit.
I think a lot of comics that know what that's their season know that.
Yeah, I was hosting, and he was just looking at me. He was like, he was just shaking his head like. And I was seeing him at the bar. I said, "Hey, bro, what's up?" He's like, "I'm Ryan, bro." Because I was hosting at Hyenas in Dallas.
Yeah,
I was like, so like, what should I work on, bro? Like, I just like to throw stuff at people just to see, you know, what type of energy on. See if he was gonna be honest. He was like, "You funny, but like, you do a lot of cussing." And he was like, which is not bad, but he was like, to be honest though, but like, if you want to get on the show or something like that, like, you probably gonna have to do clean, because a lot of headliners don't like it when you do a lot of cussing, or like, you trying to show them up or something like that. And I was just like, I always took that like, okay, cool. Like I gotta have like two. I think of stuff like basketball. I gotta have a fast break, and I gotta, you know what I'm saying, half court offense. Yeah,
and that's like an important thing, and I'm learning that too. Like the same through guys like Ryan Perrio and other seasoned comedians that have been doing it a long time. They're like, dude, if you want to host, like the way it usually works, like with the host, feature, headliner order is, and I just learned this recently, you know, I'm learning this now. Like when you host, a lot of people want you to be clean, so then that leaves the horizon open for what they want to do. Like if they're going to be dirty, or if they're going to swear, or if they're going to fucking do crowd work, like don't do a lot of crowd work as a host, be clean. That way you keep it really broad for like the feature and then the headliner and stuff.
Like
when you get to the feature level, you got a little bit more leeway. You can swear, you can do all this shit. Laugh Factory, the way they run their open mics, because their open mics are basically kind of like glorified auditions.
Yeah.
Like when you do the Laugh Factory open mic, I never did it. I watched one though back in the day. I don't know if they still do it like this. I'm sure they do. When you first get in on the open mic, you get 3 minutes and you have to be clean. You have to be clean.
I'm cool.
TV clean, right?
I mean, but if you do it in 3 minutes, you can't do 3 minutes
for sure.
Clean.
Yeah. Doing 20 minutes of clean is a way different story, right? That's a lot. It's a lot of material. So 3 minutes clean.
Yeah.
If they like what you do, they ask you to come back the next week, and you do 5 minutes. The 5, you can do whatever you want. You can swear, you can talk about sex, you can do whatever. You know?
Okay. I'm vibing.
And that's kind of cool that I didn't know this at the time, but it makes sense that they do it that way, because that's how it works. Like when you host, you're supposed to be clean. Don't do politics. Don't do anything confrontational. Don't fuck with the crowd too much. Just get them warmed up and then introduce the fucking feature and the headliner, right? Yeah. And then when you're the feature, you have more leeway. You're doing more time. You can swear. You can kind of warm. You know what I mean? So they kind of do the open mic that way too. Because once again, the open mic is like you'll be considered, like if they like how you do your 3 minute set, they ask you back. If they like how you do your 5 minute set, when you come back, then they could theoretically have you on a guest spot or put you on a show or
I'm trying to get
or whatever, you know. But COVID fucked a lot of that shit up, dude. Like Comedy Store doesn't even do their open mic right now.
COVID is just the worst.
Yeah.
How can I ask you this? Like, how important do you think this was?
Oh, doing all
COVID.
the shit?
No, COVID.
Like taking all the, how much did it impact everything?
Not impact. I know the impact was amazing. Like, how serious do you
Like how big of a deal was it actually?
Yeah.
I think it was nowhere near the big deal that everybody thought it was going to be in the beginning.
Okay.
In the beginning,
I thought I was the only one that thought that.
I feel like everybody. I think generally speaking, most people feel that way. Like
but it's better to be over prepared.
In the beginning, like 2 years ago, I think the general. We're taking politics out of this. We're taking science out. We're talking about just what people believed as just regular fucking people. Like what you rationally look at all the facts and you think about. In the beginning, so this time, late March, 2 years ago, everybody, including myself, I feel should have absolutely taken it seriously. It's this fucking worldwide pandemic. We don't know how serious this shit is. Some people are dying. It's a new thing. It's never been heard of before. It came from China. We don't know if it's from a lab. We don't know if it's from the fucking bats. We don't know, right? We don't know.
The things,
right?
Disease is going.
But we should be very careful because it's something new that we don't know about, right?
Yeah.
Then 6 months, a year later, you kind of realize, okay, look, it's not good for anybody to get sick, and there are certain people that could get really sick from this. But it's not the zombie apocalypse that we thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of states, and then it became political and all the shit, and a bunch of people fueled that, and it got fucking super polarized, at least in this country, you know? So that's where it got carried away and, you know, all the shit. But, dude, I mean, COVID, it's in terms of the impact and what it did, it's a big deal, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
the impact, it was major, but I'm just talking about COVID. Like,
yeah, I think it wasn't as big a deal as people made it out to be after all the facts came out.
But I get it, though, because you got to be over prepared just in case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if it is the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the problem is it just got too fucking politicized and carried away. But it seems like we're kind of out of it now. You know what I mean?
I said that like a couple months ago, and then they was like, what was the Omicron?
Yeah, but that didn't nothing shut down though. You know?
Well, not here.
Not here.
Texas don't care.
Yeah, California pulled back a little bit because I got tons of really close friends there.
Too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Start firing.
They didn't go anywhere near what it was the first time though.
They start firing people.
Did they?
Yeah, if you didn't get the vaccine.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Can't work no more.
Yeah.
Down here it's like, we would like you to.
Yeah. No one's talking about it. That's what I fucking love about Texas, bro. That's why I loved the fact that I moved here. That's what I love about it, dude, is that I not one time, the whole time I've lived here, bro, in the over a year I've lived here, have I heard one person get mad that somebody was or wasn't wearing a mask. I've never heard people fucking argue about wearing masks. No. You know? Like people,
if you want to die, you can.
There's still a little people. Yeah, there's still a few people that might wear them now.
Yeah.
Here and there, you see them. No one says anything, but most people aren't wearing them, and no one's saying anything to them either.
Right.
Now, if you go to LA, dude, you got people that'll yell at you from across the street. Hey, put your mask on. Where's your mask? You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And then you got the other side of the coin, the people that are super militant about not wearing the fucking mask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're politicized too, and they're polarized, and they're isolated. You know?
Yeah,
they're marginalized.
Too much.
Yeah. So you got all this fucking tension there, bro. Because like there's people that are like, put the fucking mask on. And then there's people that are like, fuck the mask, you know, and you get into it. Here, the thing that blew me away when we moved here, it's like, that's not like that. Because when I first moved here, it was still really prevalent. Like when you went to grocery store, because I got here right at the beginning of 2021. So it was still a thing. It was still going on. It was way more open here, way more lax. But it was still, you will go to Albertsons, you wear a mask. You go to fucking, you know, you go most places, you're going to wear a mask, right? Everybody was still wearing a mask. When they started distributing the vaccine, then the masks kind of came off. I mean, I haven't worn a mask. Yeah. Besides the airport and a hospital, I haven't worn the mask here in Texas since about a year, maybe a little under a year ago. You know, I haven't worn a mask anywhere else. And it's not because I'm like, fuck that. I'm not. It's because, dude, I'm not. Most people aren't. You know what I mean? Most people aren't. You know.
At this point, bro, it's just like I wonder if they were like that when AIDS came out. It's like put a condom on. You know what I mean? Just put a fucking condom on. Your daddy busted in the room. Like, you got a condom on,
right?
You're not my son. Get the fuck up out of here, man.
Yeah, dude.
Put on these condoms.
And then you fucking grow up and you realize condoms are like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, bro. They don't even exist.
They're so horrible.
They are rough, dude. They are rough.
Decided like I'm gonna put this bag.
They're rough, dude.
It's like I'm kidnapping my own meat. Like
yeah, dude. Well, you know what's funny is a lot of comedians that have been doing comedy for a long time.
Yeah.
So now that people that are super young millennials or Gen Z, right? They're doing comedy and they're starting to talk about condoms and stuff, and they're joking about it. Like, dude, that the people that have been doing comedy for a long time that are older, those are like, they consider those like hacky jokes because everybody did them in the 90s and stuff. So then they went away for a while because like everybody did them and everybody got tired of joking about it. Yeah. But now you get a whole new generation of young people, right, that don't know that was a thing. Yeah. So now they're doing jokes about it and they're like, they don't realize that shit's already been done.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
But it's nothing you can't. I feel like in comedy,
premises are premises, bro. Like we're human beings. We live in a society. Unless you fast forward to 100 years from now and everything's so drastically different. I mean, there's going to be things. What are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about relationships. You're going to talk about men. You're going to talk about women. You're going to talk about sex. You're going to talk about weed. You're going to talk about drugs. You're going to talk about fucking the supermarket. You're going to talk about McDonald's. These are all things that everybody deals with.
It's just your perspective.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's if you live in the world, there's certain things that you're going to be involved with.
Yeah.
And you want people to relate to. So you're going to talk about things that everybody does or goes through, But I feel like
you be trying to touch topics that like you be like, this gonna surprise.
I try to talk about topics that I feel aren't, or at least if it's something that everybody talks about, I try to do something from my perspective that I feel is more original. Yeah. That I feel, and I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying I feel like it. Like at least from my perspective, I haven't heard that before, so I'll say it because if I heard it, I think that was new. That's what I try to do. So like I have this joke that I've done a couple times. It's done well a couple times. I've gotten some compliments on it, but then it hasn't done well a couple times too. So and I haven't done enough to know if it works. Like I've done this whole thing about how, so how everything's kind of changed. Like McDonald's, right? McDonald's used to be kind of cool, like several years ago, a couple decades ago, and then all these health facts came out and all this new stuff. And a new generation, myself included, a lot of millennials, a lot of Gen Z. You want choices, you want fresh ingredients, you want to be able to see the food that you're ordering. So like places like Chipotle. Places like Chick-fil-A, like super simplistic, great customer service, fresh ingredients, very transparent. All that stuff is very in right now, right? And then you get a company that used to be cool, like McDonald's, trying to catch up, but they're not really succeeding. They try to do it a little bit, changing their menu, but they don't really succeed. So it's not cool. They're not cool anymore, right? But if let's say you're in the middle of nowhere, you're on the freeway somewhere, and the only restaurant that's open 24 hours on that fucking random truck stop exit is a McDonald's.
Yeah, you eating at McDonald's.
You roll up to that drive-thru and they're like, yeah, look who comes crawling back.
We always open.
Mr. Fresh Made Chipotle Fresh Ingredients comes crawling back, wanting a Big Mac, something like that, like you come crawling back.
No, I feel you.
Because you're only as healthy as your options, right? Like in the middle of the night, dude, if that's the only thing open, I'm fucking hungry. That's what I'm going to eat.
That's why I be trying to explain like my new girlfriends. Like when they be looking at my old girl, she be like, she was ugly. I was like, hey, it was a rough time in my life.
It was a rough time.
The ugly girls will never say no. They never say no.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, that's fucking interesting, man.
Yeah. Ugly girls, I love ugly girls. Ugly girls, y'all need love. I'm going to give it to you. Believe that.
Oh, my God, bro.
Nah, I don't know, man. But the original point was what was we talking about? The fries.
We're going back to the fries.
I wanted to McDonald's in there, Popeyes, Wingstop, and
Jack in the Box curly fries.
Jack in the Box curly fries.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't like In-N-Out, right? In-N-Out fries, they're kind of soggy. Yeah, they're weird. They're weird, bro. They're weird.
Give me them other fries though, and the ugly girl, man, I'm good. I'm good to go.
That's fucking great. Well, dude, we're it's about that time. We got to wrap up, but thanks for fucking coming by, dude.
For sure, just hit me up.
Yeah, no, and you see my plan now that I fucking got the preamp that I should have fucking gotten. This thing's badass. You have the same one. Now I can fucking have two. I can have two guests at once. We can have three people. It's not gonna be any fucking problems. It's gonna be great. Just hit me. If you want to hit me up before I hit you up and you want to come back, feel free, man. Let me know. And, we can have 2 or 3 different guests and fuck around and we'll go over stuff. But yeah, man, otherwise everybody, thanks again for tuning in. And keep tuning in, keep listening. I love every single one of you. Crux, yeah.
Shout out Crux.
Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.